So the third talent tree focuses on the portals and the utility of those portals, meaning the player isn't directly buffed and neither the creatures. It's very much a utility build, freeing up the player to kind of gear however they wish. They may wish to do a mix of survival and power. The first talent, if I just give myself a bunch of experience, this automates an ability within inside the portals in which they drain life from everything around them. Again, if I summon a portal very quickly, what we should see is straight away on these guys that it will start ticking health away from them and returning that to the portal. I'm not sure. I need to balance this a little bit more so that our decay rate goes up. I'm playing around with giving the portals more health because our decay rate is currently 1 and obviously our tick rate is now 4 times 5, so 20, which means we are healing far too much. The portal will never die. We don't really want to do that. We want this life drain to merely slow down the decay rate, not completely stop it. But that's easily fixable with a change of values. But any enemies that go near it will have their life drain, and if I move them out of range, it will stop draining life from them. The second talent is one that's a little bit less apparent because it is a damage reduction. Portals will have their damage reduced by 5% per portal that is active. That's capped at 25% in case the player manages to spawn a lot of portals. But it does modify that base damage as well. So if I grab my portals, what we should see in here is we should have a damage reduction value. We have damage reduction is currently set to 0. Now if I give myself the talent, which is the second one, what we should see is that damage reduction is now set itself to 0.05. Again, because this is just going to scale that base damage by a scalar, in this case 0.5 being 0%. But if I spawn more portals in, we should see that change. Now that does update existing portals in the game. And if I pop 5 in, we should see that cap out at 25%. Now this last portal might actually kill me. So yeah, it will kill me, but I should respawn with full health and then be able to throw another one down, and we shouldn't see that scalar go up again because it is capped. And there we go, it's capped at 25%. Again, that's pretty strong because it is applying that to base damage, so that's before all other resistances and stuff are taken into check, but the portals by default have no resistances. They just have a lot of health, so it's kind of the only defensive thing they've really got. The last talent is called Living Portals, and it gives the portals some very rudimentary AI. So if I just give myself this talent and spawn, it's only applied to the summoning portal, not to the teleportal, just for a bit of balancing, and the teleportal is very utility, where the summon portal is the one where we want this to happen. So if I hit a summoning portal there, what this should do is it should spawn an enemy by itself without me interacting with it, and then kill enemies. And if I just move these other enemies away before it kills that one, what should happen is if there are no other enemies in range, it will sacrifice that creature. So if I move that back in range now, it should spawn a creature to attack it. The UI has disappeared because I'm not possessing the character anymore. And once that particular enemy dies, it will then sacrifice the creature to regain its health. So basically, the portal is defending itself by only spawning one creature, but if there is nothing around, it will sacrifice that creature to get some health back as well. This means that the player can kind of have portals look after themselves a little bit and deal with things while the player isn't there,